Young gun no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb. Bentley sprint fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third. Solid, I'm keeping my word. Can't be my equal, I don't know what you heard. Crank up the foreign, I swear. Keep me a stick if they purge. Young gun on one that they working my nerves. I'm about to pull up some serve. Fucking this bitch like a perm. Smack from the back, grab a perm. Ice, the bird. Shitting on all you little turds. Can't take that dick, wait your turn. In my own lane, we can't merge. So with no heads, you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no shirt.
Yo, what's good, Fins fans? Coming back to you for another banger. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It's Fins Take with CB83. You already know what time it is. Hey, the home of Miami Dolphins fans. What's popping with y'all, man? What's good? Shout out to everybody in the building. We're definitely going to get it cracking tonight. I got wires coming loose. It's all good. We cranking tonight. Hey, you already know what it is. You already know how we get down. Shout out to the homie Canes in the building. First, you know how my dog be coming through. You know how we get it in. You know how we crank it. Let's go. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Canes in the building, man. I'm just getting my stuff hooked up. We Gucci now. What's popping with y'all? Shout out to everybody in the building. Hey, we're gonna get right to it today. We got a lot to talk about. Man, I was in Denver for the past weekend, golfing with some of my buddies from college, some of my undergrad buddies, teammates from Howard University, friends. It was a great time, but I did really miss you guys. Man, so much went on. Jonathan Taylor, that's a situation. The Miami Dolphins preseason game versus the Jags, that was a situation. And I'm just glad to be back, man. Glad to chop it up with you guys, talk about Miami Dolphins, get back into the community. Heard it was some drama. Hey, we stay far away from that. We just kind of head down, work, get after it. We don't do the drama. You know how we do, man. Shout out to the homies in the building. We got 15 in the building. Don't forget, I know you might be new to this stream again because it's been a while, but please do your boy a favor, hit the like button. So shout out to the homie Canes. Hey, let's go do the rundown real quick. Big up to the members gang. Captain of the squad, Shake Money. You got William Perry, Chef Jew, Raul Parada, Cruz Ruiz, Shake Money, Andravia Shaw. You also have Irvin Figueroa, G, Big Slick, Adam Sadowski, the Wayne D Experience, S. Harris, Alex Renee Diaz, and winding out the pack, 14th, the homie Hooked Up Joe. What's popping with you? Hey, who's going to be next to get that number 15 spot? You can become a member by clicking the link in the bio, donating. It's all love. I appreciate you guys. Everything you do kind of helps support the channel, helps us grow, right? I hear a lot of people complaining about, people soliciting for money on YouTube. Hey, it costs money to do this, not free. So every little bit helps, man. And I'm not one to beg. Whatever you could do, hey, it helps. It is what it is. Shout out to the homies. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the homie Raul P, who's a member in the members gang. The homie pop through. You already know. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Raul P in the building. Yes, sir. I see y'all. Hey, real quick, huge shout out to Facebook groups. Go join these right away. The first one is the Dolphin Den on Facebook. Go check them out. Dope group. Love some of the cats in there. They get after it. They talk Miami Dolphins. They even got a chat that you can be involved in. So jump on that one. Another one is Dolphins Nation 305. Dolphins Nation 305 is dope. I know a lot of the people in there too. Cool people, cool vibes. If you want to become an extended member of the Miami Dolphins fan community, then go check those groups out on Facebook. Dolphin Den, and then Dolphins Nation 305. Both really good groups to just kind of extend your fan base, extend your Dolphins family. So people you can interact with. It's cool, man. I love it. I love it. So go check them out. Shout out to the homie Manny B in the building. What's good, Manny? I see. Hey, Manny, you weren't first. Good try, though. You were second. Good try, Manny. Good try. Actually, you were third. Raul was in here before you, boy. Stop lying. Stop lying. Tom Dino, what's good with you? Says fins up all. I see you, Raf. What's good? YouTube thumb 3. Raf says my power is out and I'm not even in Florida, but Arizona mountains. Man, what happened up there, man? Hopefully you get back on quick, man. Cesar Diaz, what's popping with you? I see you, bro. He says, yo, what up, CB? Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Bring the energy, CB. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the homie Adam Sadowski in the building. Let's go, Adam. Adam's the homie. He's part of the members gang. Shout out to Adam throwing up the emojis in the chat. Yes, sir. If you want to become a member, grab those emojis. Do that. Do that. The homie Dolphins Realtors in the building. What's good with you, Dolphins Realtor? The homie Shake Money's in the building. Throw them fins up. Yes, sir. Shake, we gotta rock it one more time. Shake Money. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie S. Harris in the building, too. Hey, S. Harris says, hit that damn like. Hey, Dre says, we in the mother building. What's going on, Dre? What's popping with you? Hey, shout out to all the homies in the chat. I really do appreciate y'all. It's all love. Glad to be back, man. I'm glad the vibes are back. The good vibes in the Dolphins community. No bad vibes. We're going to be truthful with you. We're going to be objective. We're going to be honest. We're going to tell you when something's bad, when something's good. But we ain't gonna make it seem like the world is in it because a preseason game, right? That's we can't do that. I can't do that. It's just ain't in my nature. So never too high, never too low. You know, people got really high on Skyler last year in preseason. Oh, he's the next coming of it. He's the right hand of God, and man, he's gonna be the way the ball just jumps off his hands. And I was like, bro, just pump the brakes. It's preseason. Like, just chill. Okay, we'll see. Once the season starts, hey, I'm hoping he can make plays like that. Got in the game and that wasn't the case. So I'm always just a little reserved in terms of preseason football. Never too high, never too low. What I've seen from the defense so far this preseason, for the most part, I've liked. What I've seen for the most part in preseason from the offense, I've liked. Of course, there were plays here and there I didn't like. Of course, high snaps, right? Interceptions, stuff like that. Those are part of the game. That happens. So I expect that to happen. But for the most part, majority of what I'm seeing is good, right? And this is what I want you to understand about fandom too, and just people in general, right? Supposedly, psychologically, it takes about 6 good things to happen to correct one bad thing. So for every one interception a fan sees, they're probably, before that bad interception gets out of their head, they need to see about another 6 good plays. I don't know whether it's from the offense or defense, but they need to see another 6 good things happen before that pick is erased. So it's really hard to erase negative things, and it's really hard to, it's really easy to kind of overlook some of the positives sometimes. So as fans, I think people just need to be a little less cynical and just kind of pump the brakes and relax a little bit. Now, you also got to understand, I'm trying to condition my group of people that I associate with, you know, my Dolphins community, to understand that there are going to be bad plays and good plays throughout each and every game on both sides of the football. Because those guys get paid to make plays too. So you got to expect that. That's a part of it. You just want to be on the side where there's more good plays. You really do. That's all you got to do. You want to have majority of the good plays, minimal plays that really change the landscape of the game, like turnovers, right? You want to be on the good side of that. You want to make the touchdowns. It's simple. But I'm not going to tell you. What I can do is tell you that the world is ending because the defense gets scored on in a couple drives. I can't do that. I know there's some guys not out there. I know a lot of the stuff they're calling is vanilla. I know they're not game planning for these teams. So that's a different situation. When you can game plan for a team for a week, right? And really dive into what they're doing, um, their keys on certain downs, what they're used to running on third down, third and long, third and short, whether they're blitzing, how often they blitz, how often they stunt. Like when you can game plan for that, then I can judge you based on the performance that you have. Right now, they're not game planning for these teams. So I'm not going to take it as, oh, they're getting beat up by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we're going to watch it. I want you guys we'll watch it and see it for ourselves. There's going to be some good in there. There's going to be some bad. I really haven't even watched it like that. I watched it the first time, on my iPad when I was in Denver, but I didn't really get a chance to really watch it. And you don't really get a chance to watch the game until you watch it like a second, third, fourth time, because that's just how it is. A coach can't get up there and be like, oh, the guy had a great game after the game unless he really sees it. I mean, he could look at stats and numbers, right? But, judging trench play, offensive line, defensive line, you really can't determine whether a guy had a great game or not until you actually watch it. So that's why we're going to watch it tonight. Definitely going to watch a little bit. Moving on. Now, shout out to the homie Duke Tomlinson in the building, CB83. Are you concerned with our tight end room? It's a lack of big name players. Good question. I'm not, right? I looked at what we did last year with the tight ends. It was nothing flashy, nothing special. A lot of times those guys were blocking, right? Blocking and pass protection, blocking real quick and getting into the flat and running a route, or simply just running a route, right? But it was never anything flashy down the middle of the field, running go routes on the outside, nothing like that. Just tight end football. Like I think fans have gotten so caught up in the tight end position, right? And I played tight end in college, so I think it's almost it's become cynical to the point where you want every tight end in the NFL to be Travis Kelce or George Kittle or some of these other guys that are really good, and that's just not the case. That's what I want y'all to understand. It's not the case. There aren't many guys in the league that are like that, right? Durham Smythe, Elijah Higgins, some of these guys, they're just guys who do their job. They block when they need to block. They get in routes and catch the ball when they need to catch the ball. It's usually not way down the field because they don't have the speed like that. A lot of tight ends don't have the Kelce stature, the Kelce speed, the way he's dynamic like that. They don't have the George Kittle where you could just run like a gazelle, and run dudes over. They don't have that physicality. So I think people just get caught up with these positions and what they expect the position to look like, but sometimes it's just not the case, especially in regards to the scheme. The scheme determines what they want the players to be, right? If Mike McDaniel says, hey, I'd rather have a speedy receiver than a tight end catching the ball because he's going to give me an opportunity to get ghost, and go make a play down the field, then that's what he's going to do. And I honestly, I see that as, a better way of approaching it, honestly. Because it's cool to have a tight end on the field, but those wide receivers some of them can block just as good as a tight end in some instances. When you're looking at them going down and cracking on a linebacker or, pinning a defensive end inside, it could happen. But you want to create mismatches. You got to create mismatches. And creating mismatches and putting linebackers in a bind is having them cover speedy guys, right? That's why Mike McDaniel is using his running backs like receivers in the flat, because he knows last year, and this is what I want you guys to understand, and this is a good observation, something for y'all to really take back and understand, right? So last year, when we were at our best, Tua was throwing in the middle of the field. He was diamond. you had kind of Tyreek and Waddle kind of pushing the safeties back, and then you have us operating in the middle of the field, right? Towards the end of the season, teams start closing off that middle of the field. They start dropping these linebackers in there, really dropping them in there, making sure we can't operate in the middle of the field. What didn't we do last year? We didn't hit those guys in the flats enough. We didn't put our running backs on routes enough. We didn't use the checkdowns enough. And that's why those linebackers were able to just drop back. Just drop. Oh, I'm just back here in the middle of the field operating. So I'm going to close it off and you can't do anything. Right? Mike McDaniel says, hey, okay, I understand what they did to me last year. They took away the middle of the field where I wanted to operate. Now I have to find a way to keep those guys honest, right? I have to find a way to keep them honest by forcing them to play the outside, play the flats. Those linebackers, sometimes those outside guys, that's their responsibility. The corners are dropping into coverage, right? Corners are dropping into coverage. They need to play deep. So those linebackers are going to be forced to come up and play, and Mike McDaniel is going to put them in a bind, and you already see it. So from a football standpoint, you should be able to see and understand what is going on and how he's playing the chess game now. When I went to training camp, I understood that, hey, he's doing this for a reason. There's a reason why these running backs are in the flat. A-Chain, Ahmed, Mostert, they're in the flat right now trying to catch the ball. They're design throws to the flat. Not just, oh, I'm going to see if he's open. No, design throws, because you want to force them to play it. If you don't force them to play it, they won't play it. What's my motto? The best offensive coordinators use the entire football field. If you're not using the entire football field, you're losing, right? You're losing. So that's what I want you guys to understand, is that you have to use the entire field. And I think Mike McDaniels is really trying to do a good job of forcing those guys to play outside so he can open up the middle of the field so Tua can operate. So you use the flats, you use the middle, you use the outside, you use the deep areas, those deep thirds, right? So shout out to everybody in the building, man. I thought that was a good topic to touch on. But I'm just here so y'all could learn a little bit and just understand why McDaniels is doing the things he's doing, man. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you, S. Harris. I see you, Duke. What's good? The homie Big Nick in the building. Let's go, Big Nick. Let's get it, Big Nick. What's popping with you, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat. The Wayne D experience was popping. Can bring us Taylor. Okay, yeah, I need Taylor in my life. No homo. I need Jonathan Taylor in a Miami Dolphins uniform ASAP. And we're gonna talk about it right after shout out to the homie Raul Parada with the $10 donate. He says, what do you think about Wilkins? First of all, salute to you, homie. Appreciate you donating with your hard-earned money. Hey, we gotta go up one time for you, my boy. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Raul P. So what do I think about Wilkins? And this situation is going to be touchy. I know people, I know people have a lot of love in their heart for Christian Wilkins, and I do too. He's a good football player, right? Wilkins is a really good football player, right? And let's start by providing you guys with some context, because I really like doing that first. Now, Wilkins in his first year as a Miami Dolphin, rookie player, right? Doesn't step in and contribute right away, but he plays a role. He does a little bit here and there, right? And we still can't really assess what we think of him after year one. Year two, plays a little bit better. It seems like he's getting it. Seems like he could be turning the corner, right? In year two. But we still kind of leave off in year two with that. Not quite sure if he's worth that first round pick, right? So that's where we were after year two, right? Now, year three, Wilkins, I think it really clicked for him, right? I think he started training with somebody who was, who really kind of helped him see the concepts of how to get off blocks, how to shed, how to move around blockers and use your hips and your leverage, right? And it kind of the light bulb kind of went on for sure, right? With Wilkins in his third year. So he becomes a much better football player, right? Now, sacks wise, sacks are still low. He's still not a sack guy, right? Um, and I'm not saying he can't be a sack guy, but when you look at Christian Wilkins, that's not what he does, right? Now, Christian Wilkins is a high energy guy, passionate, really chirpy guy, team captain. Um, Seems like he loves to be around the team. I think the team loves being around him. I think he gives off great energy. Um, his numbers. Now, I do feel like his tackle numbers are a little inflated, right? Now, I say his tackle numbers are inflated. And I see y'all coming in, fellas. Hit the like for me on your way in. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. So his tackle numbers are a little inflated. And why I say that is he gets a lot of his tackles based off hustling, based off getting down the field, doing a lot past the line of scrimmage, right? He's not a big tackle for loss guy, but he gets tackles for losses. He gets tackles at the line of scrimmage, and then he's always running to the football. High energy guy, passionate, right? So Wilkins is a really good football player. Now, I say his tackle numbers are inflated because I don't think the Miami Dolphins have had the type of linebackers who were aggressive at getting to the ball and that got downhill right away. So when I say, hey, his tackle numbers are a little inflated, it's because these linebackers we had weren't great football players and they weren't downhill and they weren't making those plays that they should have been making since Christian Wilkins was tied up with the blocks, right? So that's my thing. I think that Christian Wilkins is almost pricing himself out of Miami, right? And sometimes that's just the case. And that's just, honestly, that's just the nature of the business sometimes. What you guys got to keep in mind is that Mike McDaniel did not draft Christian Wilkins. I'm sure he loves him as a guy, loves him as a man, loves him as a player, but he didn't draft Christian Wilkins. It's not one of his guys. Fangio wasn't responsible for drafting Christian Wilkins. He's not one of his guys. All right. Now, Chris Greer was here when he drafted him. That was one of his first players he drafted, right? And I understand the draft pick, right? At the time, you want to build around a guy in the middle who's solid, right? But you're also going to pay a guy not for what you're going to think, what you think he can do. You got to pay him for what he's done. So, being completely honest with you guys in regards to the Christian Wilkins situation, he's had 2 solid years. I mean, he's had one really good year and he's had 2 okay years, right? So, to me, I can't see myself forking out $20+ million a year for a defensive lineman because this defensive line will be predicated on movement, stunting, right? So at the line of scrimmage, at the snap of the ball, moving and going in different directions. If your line is predicated on that, you usually don't pay defensive tackles, interior guys a lot of money, right? Because those guys can win by themselves, right? Those guys could be at the 2 tech or the 3 tech or even on a shade and win the one-on-one battles, right? Christian Wilkins isn't really a guy that can always win that one-on-one. To be completely honest with you, he's not an Aaron Donald or a guy who can dominate in that fashion and get to the quarterback. So that's why I don't see myself spending that type of money on Christian Wilkins because he's just not one of those guys who can eat by themselves without the stunts, without the slants. He's gonna get tackles. He's gonna shed blocks, right? But I can't shell out that type of money for a guy that's not putting up the numbers. And I think his tackles will take a step back this year. Because we're going to have better linebacker play, better scheme, right? And that's just how I see it, man. And I love Christian Wilkins as a player. Hopefully Miami can get the deal done and it be reasonable. I think 18 to 19 would be my number. I've said that since the beginning. I think 18 is reasonable. Um, if he's wanting anything over 20, it's like, damn, you're kind of pricing yourself out of Miami, bro. Like Zach Seiler just got what $36 million over 3 years, $10 million a year, something like that, right? Seiler getting $10 million a year. Bro, you're not telling me Tyler is half the player than you. Somebody put up the numbers today on Twitter, and honestly, the numbers are very comparable when you look at Seiler's contribution to the team and you look at Christian Wilkins. So honestly, his deal should be somewhere between 15. Um, I think it should be between 15 to 16, but I don't think he's valuing himself that low. So I'd be willing to go up to 18 to make it fair. Since you're looking at the market, you're looking at what guys got. Really, Ed Oliver kind of messed it up because honestly, he shouldn't have got that type of money for the type of play he's had. But Ed Oliver in Buffalo got a crazy contract, and now Christian Wilkins is looking at that like, I'm better than that guy. Like, how is he making more money than me? So that's the nature of it, and hopefully we can find a way to keep him on the team. Now, if you got to franchise him, you got to franchise him next year. But I think that's only if you need to. That's only if it's a break glass and in case of emergency situation, right? Only if you need to, you use that franchise tag next year. But outside of that, man, sign for the 18. If not, then we got to figure it out. But I'd like to see him play out his contract, and maybe do the extension. I've always said this too. Like you have to. I want to see Christian play in the scheme before I pay him. Right. This is a new scheme. He's never played in this scheme before. So I want to see him actually operate in the scheme prior to doing that. I need to see it before I pay him. Keep coming out. So I got to see him before I pay him. And that's my thing too. It's like, how can we pay Christian that type of money? And we really haven't seen him in Fangio's scheme yet. Like we haven't even seen him operate in it. There's gonna be a lot of movement and stuff like that. Of course he should eat. He's a good player, right? He should contribute. He should get sacks. His sacks should increase this year, right? Sacks should go up. I think tackles may go down. Of course, we got better linebacker play, more disciplined defense. So guys setting the edge, really pushing guys into Christian sometimes. So I think that'll happen, but it's still it's going to be a tough move to pay him. It's going to be a tough move. It's hard to just invest in a guy that much, especially when we've done the Ndamukong Suhs. We've done those deals, guys. We've done those deals, and the Miami has felt like they've gotten bit by those deals. Those interior defensive linemen getting $100 million. Like it usually doesn't work out. And when you look at guys like Vita Vea, who's getting like 17, 18, I think he's up there too. It's been okay, but they really haven't been worth the money. Like, to be completely honest with you, these D tackles getting that type of money, they really haven't been worth it. There's only a few guys who get that type of money that's really worth it. And that's like the Chris Jones, the big dogs, like Aaron Donalds. Like, you can get your money back from them dudes because they're gonna cause some havoc. They're gonna get to the quarterback, they're gonna get some sack fumbles, they're gonna shake the ball loose a couple times. Like, that's different. But you can't pay Christian Wilkins for what you think he's gonna do. That's just asinine. You don't do that. You pay him for what he's done. And he hasn't had the sacks. Sacks are the money, right? So that's what's kind of keeping him down. But hey, let's get into this, man. I'm 30 minutes in. I want to get into the film. I'm gonna break it down right now. Shout out to Mountain Man Fishing. Dolphins stole Zach Seiler for what they got him at. Agreed. I thought it was a great deal. Great deal. Another great deal by Chris Greer. According to TD, Wilkins wants to reset the D tackle money market. Then he's going to be resetting it on another team. Sorry. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen here. And honestly, if Fangio wanted it to happen, he wanted him to get paid, I think he would have been paid already, right? But I'm sure Fangio is saying, I love Christian, but I just don't see him being worth that type of money, right? I'd much rather have a guy, and I'm sure Fangio has sat down with Chris Greer and talked about, and McDaniel, and talked about, hey, what are we going to do here? Like, what is this situation? How do we see this playing out? What is our alternative, right? And I'm sure Fangio's just like, hey, let's bring in other guys at the moment and see if we can get the same production out of somebody else, right? I'm going to scheme it up to where we're stunting, slanting, and stuff like that. Hopefully, we won't need Christian to be running and going down the field because we have better linebacker play. And hopefully, we can get it done. So I think that's where they're at. I think Fangio understands, hey, I want my money to be in the secondary where guys are, where guys need to be athletic, that they need to run, they need to make plays in the passing game. I think that's what it is. Shout out to the homie JR Black in the building. Let's freaking go, JR Black. What's popping with you? B Show, I see you. We in the building. Shake Money says Wilkin leads the NFL in removing towels of players. Pay that man. Hey, he does, but he be snatching them joints. Get up out of here. He be throwing them joints like flags. Hey, my man Andravia says I'm gonna miss Wilkins. Hey, I don't know, man. We're not giving him the goodbye yet, but hopefully he figures it out, bro. Hopefully he just says, all right, man, let's get this done. But let me do this, man. I'm gonna put this film up. We about to show this game here. Let me get this off the screen. Let me pause this. Pause. And this is not being used for my intention. I'm just, watching the game. This is to promote the NFL and their game. This is not my footage at all. But this isn't the All 22. All 22 isn't out yet, but I did want to watch this a little bit. It's going to kind of give you guys some insight. Like I said, I really haven't watched it, so we watching it together for the first time. H, what's up? Fins up. What's good with you? Across the pond says, come on, CB, it's your duty to hype us up. Getting Jay Taylor. Hey, that would be a blessing. I can't get myself too hype on this, guys. I can't. I'm not doing it to myself this time. I love to see these dudes come in and ball out. Like Jonathan Taylor. Love to see him become a part of the Miami Dolphins. Would love it. I just can't see myself. I just can't hype myself up, man. It hurts too much. It hurts too much. So let me do this real quick. So I think you guys can see it, right? So this is the game. And I'm going to pause it right here. And this isn't the best view to watch film. The All 22 is definitely a lot better, right? But I can kind of show you a little bit of what I'm seeing from this. I really wanted it to go full screen, but it's not really doing what I wanted to do. It's all right, though. We still going to watch it. We still Gucci. Shout out to you, Bo Brown. You said Manny doesn't get enough sacks. Yeah, and that's true, bro. You just don't get enough sacks. I love you, Christian, but you got to be that sack man. So let's get into this real quick. Why is this? Hold on, I'm on the wrong thing. All right, let me do this. All right, so here we go. So I'm not going to be able to see the comments. Let me see something. Here we go. All right. So this is the first play of the game. Dolphins got the ball on the 25. Let's see it. And I like this play. Let's run it back real quick. All right. So you have basically a tight end on the left. I don't know if this is the fullback on the left or another tight end. It looks like it could be a fullback. You got one running back in the backfield. You got two wide receivers up top. I know that's Tyreek in the slot. And did Waddle play? I don't know if Waddle played, but that's another receiver up top with the orange glove. So two wide receivers, tight end, fullback, 5 linemen, and a running back, right? You get a play action almost. This is a run protection, like run, selling the run on the protection, like it's a run play, right? You see that back, this guy up top, this defensive end, they're not even blocking this guy. He's like the read man, right? So this guy's gonna basically come off scot-free. So Tua pre-snap, Tua knows, hey, I gotta get this ball off. If I don't get this ball off quick, I'm gonna get my ass killed, right? So he knows quick fake, get around, hit Tyreek right now, right? Guy in his face. And Tyreek catches it. Does a good job of just using the guy in the area, Chosen Anderson, to get in the way. Ooh, nice block by Chosen, and that's what you like to see. That's what you. I didn't even catch this. This is my first. Like I said, this is my first time seeing it. I didn't see this play live. I only caught like a couple. Man, I may have caught like the second or third series. But check this out though. Catches it here. Chosen Anderson comes back, catches one. Nice block, nice peel back. That's what gets you on the roster right there. That's what gets you on the roster. And you see the offensive line just really selling the run protection, right? They can't get up the field, and then not supposed to get up the field because it happens that fast. If they get up the field, it's a penalty. So they're really just sliding hard to the left. Low hat, sell it, run, sell it like you're running a zone blocking scheme, and then let the guys operate. Don't get up the field. Tyreek catches it. He gets outside. Watch Chosen. Bow. Nice. Love to see it. Look at Chosen, man. Chosen's gonna be a dog for us. Look at it. Look at the work. Oh, get down there, peel back and get one. High snap. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with the foolishness. Here we go with the foolishness. Hey, and if I get cut off, please be sure to hit your boy up. I know some of y'all in here got my number. Hit me up. They be tripping. Shout out to Bo Brown. I see you. Joe, I see you. H was popping. He did that. H, nice. I'm telling you, that's what gets you on the roster. Little stuff like that. Little stuff like that. That's the difference between getting you on the roster and getting you off the roster. Great block by Chosen on that first one. If people watch film, they will be able to point that shit out, but they don't watch film, right? So we're going to keep rocking. So high snap from Connor. I'm not worried about Connor in this. He'll have it fixed. I know people were panicking like, damn, like, I understand. There's been a couple snaps here and there. He's got to get into a rhythm. I wasn't worried about him last year. I think he might have had like 3 bad snaps all year last year. I heard people saying like 12. I think that was blasphemy. I think he might have had like 3 in game. So I'm not tripping over it. I think he'll get it fixed, right? So bad snap, you're looking at 2nd and 35, a loss of 25 yards on that one. So just a bad play overall. Terrible play. Here we go. So now you have 2 wide receivers on the left. I think you got a tight end on the backside. On this top side here, you got a fullback type kind of running back across the formation. Play action. Let's see who's open. It looks like this running back is going to be open right now. I don't see anybody else because I can't see the all 22, but he looks over to that side. I would have liked to see Tua look back to the running back side. If he looks back to the running back side right here, instead of looking at the tight end, you might have had a shot. Because if he looks here, he probably sees this guy open. And Moster's got to do a better job of just, bro, run your route and then get out there, right? Run your route and get out there so you can separate and show Tua that you're open. But he throws it into the feet of the tight end. That's kind of like a throwaway type situation, right? Let me see the protection on that one. Here we go. Why didn't it go back? Okay. Protection was good on that. I mean, that's all you could do on that. Protection was solid. The tackle was running this guy. Left tackle was running this guy way outside, which is what you want to do. Tua's got to try to step up in that box too. Here we go. So Twins right. And then you got a receiver down here at the bottom. Pass play for sure. Screen. Center's blocking nobody. He's out. He's the lead blocker. Nice job by Connor Williams on that block. It's a good job. Let me see that one again. So I thought this was a good play. Good setup, good play. 3rd and 35, you're not going to be able to get all of that back. Just to be completely honest with you, you're not getting it back. You can try to get 10 to 15 and set yourself up for a better punt. And that's what they did here. That's all you could do on some of these plays. Snapped it, right? Pass protection, sell it. And then Connor Williams is out. He's in the alley, getting the guy blocked, runs his feet, runs him kind of into the latch on a little bit harder. I know he doesn't want to get the holding call. That would be pointless. So, man, bad snap by Connor, kind of messed up the drive for sure. Can't have those. I thought this punt coverage was bad. I thought, bro, if you bounce the ball up right there, right? I don't know what this dude down here is looking at, but your ass should be finding the dang football, son. If the ball bounce up into the air, you should be able to grab it or punch it back in so we could get to it. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence. See what this defense and offense is doing. There we go. So we got the big dogs in there. We don't have Christian Wilkins. We don't have Zyler. I think we got Raekwon Davis. I don't know if that's Hand. I think that's Chubb. I think that's Phillips. Holland's in there. 22 is in there. Jerome Baker. Is David Long in there? Looks like he's in there. So quick out route to what was this, Ridley? Ridley's fast, bro. He's very good. And let me rewind this so you guys can see it. So this is honestly, and I don't know if he's doing this to be vanilla, but I don't like to see these guys playing 8 to 9 yards off. Like, bro, if you could play 5 to 7, I think you're much better off. Like, I think that's a much better range. You're not giving up so much, right? He's already in his back pedal. He's already pushing him to the 10-yard mark. Like, I understand Ridley's fast, but you should be able to have somebody kind of underneath this and then somebody over the top playing it too, right? Especially a guy like Ridley. You have somebody X playing underneath it, right? Making sure he's underneath it, making sure he's closer to this guy. And then you have Holland on the backside of it. Ridley, is the man on their defense, on their offense. You know that. So get your ass back here. And I don't even know why you're playing down in the box right here. There's nobody over here, Holland. Or I don't know who this is, but get your ass back here and let him play up. I don't understand unless he's supposed to be coming underneath, but he's not fast enough to do it, or he's not reacting fast enough to come underneath. So I don't understand that. And that's Holland right there. And who is that? That's X. Yeah, so that's X. So I'd like to see what I want to see them do. And I don't know if Fangio is going to tell them to play like this, but I want to see, hey, X step down, take this away, Holland over the top, right? Play him physical, right? Let X run with him after that. But Holland, you over the top just in case he comes back your way, and you got him at that point. I didn't understand this. All right, on to the next play. Here we go. So that's a quick first down. You give him a first down on 1st and 10. I'm not a big fan of that shit. Play up closer, bro. Like, let's play football. We ain't got a bump, but we can play a little bit closer, and we can make sure guys are getting bumped off their routes. It sends a better message. So this is a quick little pop route to the tight end. He just kind of goes into the zone, sits down, turns around, easy right there. This guy's going to the flats right now. The linebacker is. This is zone, so he's probably covering the middle of the field. He's probably got this guy out here in the flats. This safety's probably supposed to be back here covering this area. And then you got these two guys up in here probably matching up with these two guys. And then as a result of that, they just hit him quickly. Trevor's just kind of taking what the defense is giving him right now. Another 10 yards. All right. Another 10 yards on that one. 12, 13, 15, whatever it is. Now you're at 1st and 10. You're on the 44-yard line. Nice run. Let me see what the play is here. So they have 3 wide receivers. They got tight end, one tight end in the game, and a running back. This is just this looks like just let me see what this is. Yeah, it's just a power run, gap scheme. So everybody on the front side, look, everybody on the front side is going down. So what they want to do here on this front side is make a wall, right? Make this wall on the front side. The DN, they're leaving him because he's the one that's going to get kicked out. So man on the line of scrimmage is being left alone. Everybody else is being walled off. You come here, you kick him out. The running back is right inside the kick out, and he gets 6-7 yards on the play, just because it's blocked correctly. Sometimes when it's blocked correctly, there's nothing you can do. So it's blocked correctly. Everybody's got one, right? Everybody's up in there. It's a mess. He just kind of finds a little alley and gets 7 yards. So it's a good play by Jacksonville. I'd like to see Miami be more scrappy, get off these blocks sooner. Here we go. More zone. More zone. Let's go back real quick. Let's look at the formation. So look, tight end, fullback types on this side, receivers on the backside. They're running it right at these guys. It's just inside zone scheme running, getting their hands on guys. Now these D tackles are getting moved pretty damn good. Like, you got some guys kind of working to the second level, pushing the line of scrimmage back 2 to 3 yards. Right now, we're not looking very physical. 51, David Long comes in and makes the play, which it looks like he's the only one kind of screaming to the football. But David Long is good. He dissects shit right away, and he is a missile to the football. I feel like we need 2 guys like that. That's my situation right there. I think we need 2 guys who are very fast, very instinctive, get to the football right away. Right now, we only have 1 guy like that, David Long. I'd like to see us have 2 guys. Jerome Baker needs to become a guy that's more aggressive with getting to the football. When you look at this play, David Long Jr. is really the only one trying to get to that football. And let me go back to it real quick. When you look at him, check it out here. You see he's just screaming to the football. And this is him right here in the middle. Watch him. Just really trying to get there. Chubb is almost there. Phillips is almost there, but we need more guys on that interior trying to get there. And right now, Jacksonville's just being more physical with us, lining up, punching us in the mouth. Hey, you guys can't do this. We do this. And they look more physical. And they are. They are right now. Does it concern me? No, not yet, because we don't have Zyler in there. We don't have Christian in there. Those are guys that will be there that are stout. I think that changes a lot. And you can see on this play, Raekwon really just tries to wreck the play with the stunting. Look at 90. I think that's him right there. Watch him. Just tries to wreck the play. So shout out to everybody in the chat and here. We got 40 in the building. Do me a favor, hit the like on your way in. Appreciate you guys. Oh, this isn't the play here. It's the next play. So on the next play, 98. I think that's a Raekwon, right? He's got a stunt. Look at him go all the way across the formation, tries to wreck it, but can't really do anything. Is that Jalen or is that Raekwon or Twyman? That might have been Twyman, but Raekwon's there too. Yeah, see that, and this is where you don't want to get outflanked on plays like this. Look, Jalen Phillips, and this is what I want you guys to understand. Jalen Phillips does a good job here of just kind of, and this is what Jalen Phillips didn't do well last year. I'm just going to be completely honest with y'all. He didn't do a good job of squeezing, spilling, and containing. He just struggled with it. But this year, I can see he's just a little more fluid. He understands he can't get flanked on these plays, right? So he goes down. He doesn't go down too hard, but he's squeezing. Look at Jalen Phillips on the squeeze, right? Because that's his responsibility. He's got to make sure, hey, outside shoulders free. If this quarterback is coming around, I need to be able to be there to make the play, because if not, I'm going to hurt my team. And that's what he did a lot of last year. Fields had a ton of yards on us. Lamar Jackson had a ton of yards on us. Any quarterback who could remotely just take off and get a couple yards kind of killed us. So I like to see this. I like to see him making sure he's not getting outflanked here, because he's a pretty athletic guy. He can run the football. So it's important for him to just make sure that, hey, my responsibility, I'm taking care of that. He gets there, he's aggressive, he starts running to him right away. What I want to see is these linebackers cover these guys a little tighter, bro. Like, that's the safety valve there. You gotta be aware, you gotta be aggressive. And that's Jerome Baker on the tackle. Jerome, if we not relying on you in the run game, we got to be able to rely on you in the pass game. Like, we need some PBUs, we need an interception every now and then, because we need you to be able to make this play on this tight end sooner than 10 yards down the field. Sooner than 10 yards down the field. And I think somebody said something to him. Hold on. Let me go back real quick. I was looking at I don't know if it was a safety or a DB. Maybe this DB right here saying like, yo, come on, man, let's go. All right, here we go. So 4-man front. Let's see what we got offensively. Let's see. So basically looks like Trips left, right? You got 3 receivers up top, a receiver down here on the bottom. Running back in the backfield, no tight end types. A lot of DBs on the field. It's just a nice run. Like, our running backs are fast, like sneaky fast. Sneaky fast. Here we go. So let's take a look at it real quick. Let me just make sure everything's good. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all, man. I see y'all. Do me a favor, hit the like. We're just going over this game a little bit. Over it a little bit more. I appreciate the donation from the homie Raul P. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that. All right, getting back to it. Let's see here. Running backs is fast. Jerome Baker, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, come on, Jerome. Come on. Get in there and make a play. When I say our linebackers weren't good, so Christian Wilkins was eating, I meant that. Like, all right. Yeah. All right, now shed the block, right? Let's shed the block, Jerome. Right? Shed it. Now let's find the guy, find the running back. Then he goes and hits another guy, runs into another guy, and then the guy falls down. He actually hit him a little bit though. Oh, he stuck him good. He did stick 79 pretty good. But you need to be sticking the running back, my guy. He stuck him. He lit him up, but you need to be going to get the running back. That's what I want to see, Jerome. Hitting too many damn linemen. I think our defense is a little confused with these motions. Who is this on the tackle? Let's watch it again. What kind of run play is this? It's kind of unorthodox. Jet sweep motion, right? Fake jet. And just like running up in there. Yeah, it looks like kind of like a down block. Couple down blocks, like a wham ISO or type. No lead blocker. Here you have jet motion. I think you have a tight end on the left side for sure. You might have two tight ends. And Jacksonville just really running the ball. They don't see a need to throw it. Toss out wide. Nice play. Ball out. Recover. Turnover. Nice. Let's watch this one again. I saw somebody come in here and make a play that was really good. And people don't realize that these are great plays, but when you can go in here and take out a lead blocker like this, it just helps. It helps clear it up. Now you have Jerome Baker coming in, making the tackle, along with 21, Deshaun Elliott. So a couple guys in there trying to make the play. And that's the, bend but don't break way. Like, just keep playing. Keep playing, and some will break your way, right? And Javon Holland's right there trying to rip the ball out, gets the ball out. That's nice. Good play by Holland. He realized he gets the ball out, and then he jumps on it. Solid play. Good play. We can win with those. All right, nice. Now getting back to, here we go, offense. 1st and 10. Let's see what we do on this one. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I know everybody don't rock with this watching film stuff, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people want to learn. So I really do appreciate y'all stopping through. I can see y'all in the comments. Throw them fins up in the comments. You already know what time it is. Shout out to you. So here, looks like we got a tight end on the right. ISO formation, like an I formation. Ingo back there. I think it looks like Ingo. Hopefully that's Ingo. At fullback. Just stuffed. Not a good job of the offensive line getting movement. And somebody comes across somebody's face and just gets mashed. Oh, so what you got is you got some blitzing going on too. You're sending some heat. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the line of scrimmage. This guy is coming right here. He squeezes in between one of those gaps. Fullback misses him, and he is on the running back. But we got to do a better job at the point of attack, just being more aggressive. And sometimes that'll happen, to be completely honest with you. Sometimes plays like that happen. Play action, right? Nice job by Tua and Chosen. Hold on to the ball. Good route, good ball. I like it. What happened? Damn. All right, here we go. Oh, this is the first one. All right, so that's the first one. We know that one's a bad play. So this one here, play action. And this is what's going to happen. Like, sometimes you'll get these, runs where you won't get nothing. You'll get negative yardage. And then you can pop a 12-yarder because the defense is on their hands. They're running downhill so fast that you could just kind of, pop one of these play actions off on an out route and just hit them. Nice ball, nice catch. That's a first down on 2nd and 12. So that's getting it back. And this is good movement. And And some of these plays, this is what you want. Like, you just want to take guys, run them to the sideline, stay on your blocks, and just move the piles. Right. So you get 3 yards on first down, right? 3 or 4 yards on first down. 2nd and 7, 2 wide receivers over here on the bottom, chosen up top. You got a tight end down here on the bottom too. Play it. So that's a run play right there. Nice blocking. I thought that was blocked really well. Hat on a hat. Tight end on his guy. Guard on his guy. Tackle running up to the 2nd level. Let's see if he gets there. He gets there to his guy. That's a hat on a hat. That's really good blocking. Hat here, hat here, hat here, hat here, hat here. Backside cut off. Really, only one got to make the play, and that's the safety, right? That's what you want to do. You want to try to get your guy one-on-one with these safeties. Got to try to hold our blocks a little bit longer, but that happens. That happens. It's football. I didn't like this play at all. But I see why Mike McDaniels does this. And this is what you guys got to understand. Some of these plays are to set up other plays. And this is the perfect example of this, right? So this is 3rd and 2. Mike McDaniel already knows it's 4 down territory in his eyes, right? So he sets this up in the way that, hey, it's on the 40, 43-yard line. It's 3rd and 2. I'm going to run this play. If I don't get it, I know what I'm calling on the next play. But I'm also watching how they play this, right? So I'm watching how they play this. If they play the running back tough, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell Tua, hey, look in the flat. If they don't play the running back tough, he's going to be handing it off and he'll get the first down. So watch the 3rd down play. They're closing down on it super hard and they're taking it, right? So they take us, they think they got us off the field, right? So we're going to come back and run the same thing, right? Same exact play. Pretty much the same look, right? Running up inside, right? They think we're going to run it up inside to the other side. Instead, our guy's in the flat right now. Easy little route in the flat to Ingle, and that's how Mike McDaniel is playing it, and that's smart play calling from offensive coordinators. You want the defense to think, hey, I'm doing this. He's doing the same thing, or he's just trying to run it up inside again and get a yard. That's what you want them to think, and then you hit them with this play action. Everybody's biting because they know they got to come down and keep them from getting a yard, right? Gets them in the flat right away. Easy toss and catch. First down, right? Good play calling. Good play calling. You can't beat that. Good run by Ahmed. And I'm going to just tell y'all this right here. A great run by Ahmed. Is this Ahmed? Yeah, I guess this is Ahmed. Nice run. And this is just running the alleys. Guys getting their blocks and running the alley. Now, if this is Jonathan Taylor, guys, I'm going to ask you a question. If this run was Jonathan Taylor, is this a touchdown or is this the same run? DG Live, what's good, my boy? Yes, sir. We in here. Shout out to the homies. I see y'all. Fins up. Dolphins Thirsty, what's good with you? Wayne D says, so glad we didn't give Connor that bag, man. Shaking my head. Can't have them terrible snaps. That center one-on-one snap, ball correctly, first and block. Yeah, I get it. Mr. Fanatic, what's popping with you? What's popping, man? Hand hurt and all. I hear you, S. Harris. Tony, what's good? What's good, Fentress? Tyreek is fin fast. He is fast. JR Black in the building. Man said chill was popping. DG Live in the building. JR Black says the more we learn, more biased narratives get exposed. Lessen the ignorance among us. Great work, fam. Facts over feelings, stats over opinions, film over narratives, and all else can kick rocks for sure, Jared Black. For sure, bro. Big game, probably. Yeah, I agree. He said, Jared Black says, stop it, fam. 230, 4-3. JT takes this to the house. JT probably does house this joint, bro. JT's that damn good. But let's get back to it real quick. Let me do this. Get this off the screen real quick. And I'm only gonna go for a little bit longer. So just wanted to show you guys some of this. That's what it's about, man. Watching some of the game. So here we go. This is that play, the long Ahmed run. I thought it was blocked well. Let's look at the blocking. So everybody's kind of off the ball. We got guys. You see these 3 guys here getting to the second level. That's what you want to see. You got 3 guys here on defense. You got 3 for 3, right? That leaves 1 guy to block. And that's what Mike McDaniel wants. This is what he wants. He wants his running back one-on-one with these safeties. If you can get your running back one-on-one with these safeties, bro, you're in great shape. You're in great shape. So that's what he wants. And that's why he's playing these number games in the boxes by putting tight ends and fullbacks in to add more guys in, to add more blockers, right? You add more blockers in the box. It's just a numbers game. It's just adding and subtraction. If we got 9 blockers in the box and they got 8 tacklers in the box, oh, we should be winning. We should be winning in the run game. It's just simple as that, right? So when you look at this, he hands the ball off to Ahmed. We got the edge right now. The only thing that's going to set the edge or push this inside towards the defense is this safety right here. And let's see if he does a good job of doing that. And then you have, I think this is Cedric Wilson making his block on him. Good job. Good block on him. Great block. These receivers just really making an effort to get blocks. That's the difference, guys. That's what I want you to understand. The difference is everybody doing their job, not just the lineman blocking. Y'all, we talk about the offensive line so much. I just want to off myself sometimes. There's a lot of other stuff to it. A lot of times these receivers blocks are the ones that keep guys from making big plays. And as you can see here, they get big blocks right here from these 2 guys. Make 1 guy miss, right? And then we're off to the races. But JT, at this point, he might cut inside. He might cut inside and go across the field. This guy pulling up, he ain't gonna catch him. These guys are tripped up. Ahmed is one-on-one with 32. One-on-one with 32. If that's JT and you got Chosen right there trying to run him down, JT's gonna slow down. Or maybe try to run dude over and hit him with a stiff arm. But 32 don't want them problems when it comes to JT. He gonna try to get Ahmed, but he ain't going for JT with the same urgency that he going for Ahmed. Point blank, period. It is what it is. But at this point, you got to make a miss. At this point, slow down. Slow down. Catch a block. Then go cross the field. You at the 15-yard line, bro. Slow down. Know what you dealing with. You know you got a guy. You see Chosen right there next to you. You see him in your peripheral. This is the difference between being good and being great. A dog, Dalvin, or JT, they score right here. Christian McCaffrey, they score right here. I mean, one to beat. Them dudes they're not gonna be. Look at the block. Good block by Cedric. Good job here. I like the move he put on too, but you got to come back across and try to get in the end zone. If you get tackled on a 5, you're gonna fall in. Right? And that's the difference between 3 points and 7 points. That's what y'all don't understand. That if that's 7 points, we get down here and we can't score. We got to take a field goal right here. He said Chosen out there eating popcorn. Hey, what I'm saying is, hey, that's that right now. We're at 1st and 10 on the goal, 1st and goal, and we got to try to score from here. It gets tighter in here, it gets more difficult. I would have much rather had Ahmed score that touchdown. Hey, we good. We feeling good about ourselves. We're going to the next drive. Now we got to run another 4 or 5 plays and try to get into the end zone. And we end up kicking a field goal. Let's watch it. All right, so look at the formation. Tight ends down here. What is this? This is double tight. Double tight formation. Let's see it. So look, we got a tight end down here, a tight end up here. Chosen. I think this is Cedric, and then it's Ahmed. More run plays. Right. And let's look at the box. Right. Guys, this is what you got to do during these football games. Count the box. That's all you got to do. Shit is so simple. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers here on the line of scrimmage. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers, right? Or 7 defenders, my bad. So we got 7. They got 7. We got 2 wide receivers. They got the DBs about 10 yards off, right? So we're just trying to use our 7 to block these 7. And these guys right here, Chosen and Cedric, they got to catch a block too, right? Two is not accounted for. So that's an extra guy. And then Ahmed's guy is the safety. Zone scheme running. And we just try to bang it up in there for a couple yards. Now, what I'd like to see is instead of pushing this guy out, I would rather see this tight end 48 or whoever he is. I want to see him reach him. And I know this may not be what the scheme calls for or what Mike McDaniel is telling him to do. But if he reaches him and pins him inside and lets Ahmed get outside, I think we're in a much better situation. Now he has to bang it up inside, and he's going to get a couple yards on there. We're on the 5-yard line now. Here we go. 2nd and goal. Double tight end again. Same formation. Balanced. 2 wide receivers. Running back. We try to run it up in there again. Jacksonville is not having it at this point. And let's count their box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, basically 6 on the line of scrimmage, or you can say 5 on the line of scrimmage because they're covering the corners. But you got 3 linebackers here ready to play. So really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 like linebacker position guys. So that's 8 right there. You really don't have enough blockers to block this unless the receivers kind of get in there and do some blocking too. They're just Chosen's running his guy off, and Cedric Wilson's trying to block his guy, but that shit gets piled up quickly. Too many guys in there. And some of them dudes are good. So you're not just going to be able to run all over these dudes. I thought on that one we should have ran play action and save. I mean, 3rd and goal, I know you want to. I mean, you want to throw this. It's automatic. But 2nd goal, you play action that and throw something too, I thought. So he's looking. I think. I don't know. This was a tough one. I thought just looking at this, I thought the back shoulder throw would have been the play. So this was the play before. Ahmed just kind of gets wrangled. So I'm looking at this right now. Back shoulder right now to Mostert, right? He's not going to beat him over the top. There's no way he's going to beat this guy to the end zone before Tua gets pressure. Chosen's in the middle of the field trying to work across. I think this is a tight end kind of working across too. It's cloudy in there. It really is cloudy, and that's where it gets tough down in the red zone. So I thought the best situation would have been all of this stuff is covered up. Everything is covered up. This back here in the end zone, these two guys, running backs covered, Chosen's covered. Only thing you can do in this situation maybe is to a takeoff and maybe get the yardage. It's the only way. And that's where it gets blurry because shit, you put yourself in a situation where he might take a big hit. So I'd like to see him move around just a little bit more, right? I don't want him to hold the ball and get himself killed, but yeah, I mean, I feel like he's gotta take that. And I wanted to see the back shoulder the most, or I thought it would have been a better play, but it is what it is. So I think that's the field goal. Yep. And that's where I'm gonna end it tonight, guys. Man, I really appreciate you guys coming through. Just wanted to get in here, watch a little film with you. We watched the full first quarter basically. It takes a lot of time to like watch film and go through it. So I'll be back probably tomorrow night for sure. Maybe we watch a little bit more of this. Maybe I open it up. We talk about Jonathan Taylor. Cuts are tomorrow, so we got a lot. Cuts are tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I think we're gonna get the 53 man tomorrow. It's done at 4:30, and we lock in and we start preparing for the charges at this point. So once the 53 is set, they'll have a meeting on Wednesday. Just say, hey, kind of congratulations to the guys, who made the team. Now it's time to get to work. We start preparing for the Chargers and stuff like that. They start having meetings, start going over the game plan. So it's happening. It's happening. Now, Jonathan Taylor. Do we get Jonathan Taylor? Do we?
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So supposedly at this point, the Miami Dolphins have basically option-based sold Irsay, right? Not sold yet, but we're pitching, right? So supposedly we've given him a couple options, him and Ballard, his GM, a few options as to what they could take from us, in a compensation package. The Colts in a very peculiar situation. They can keep him and he can become a headache, or they could just go ahead and trade him, get the compensation they need and move on. I think Irsay and Ballard and the Colts are a type of organization where they don't want to be in the media dealing with the BS. They'd much rather just kind of, I think, move on from the guy. And it seems like Irsay's the type of guy that says, hey, if you don't want to be here, you don't want to be a Colt, then, we're going to move you. We're going to do our best to move you. Now, I'm hearing it's between two teams, and those two teams are supposedly the Dolphins and the Eagles. People are putting a lot of stock into Howie Roseman and, his ability to get deals done. I understand it. I understand that, we're an AFC team too. But I think the Colts are in a window that they don't really care because they're not winning anytime soon. I think they're going to be in almost like a rebuild mode with Richardson. I think it's going to take some time. So, of course, they'd like to get him out of division. I think that would be best case scenario, but it's going to come down to whoever kind of gives them the best offer. And I think the Miami Dolphins don't necessarily have the most money, but I think they do have the most compensation to give up from a talent standpoint and from draft standpoint, right? So we'll see how it works out. I'm just putting positive energy out there. JR Black, he says, positive energy from his family. JT is coming. Word of the night is synergy. Let's fucking go. I'm with it. When I go to bed tonight, I'm definitely gonna say a little JT prayer. I advise you guys to do the same. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day. Supposedly the deadline is tomorrow for the trade. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but I think he does really give us a big opportunity to get this team over the hump, right? I've talked about this running back room a lot. Devon A-Chain has been down for a couple games now. Jeff Wilson has been down for games now. And it's preseason, guys. Like, I mean, it's not like, why are we having running backs out in preseason? Like, I don't understand it. Ahmed is really the sole guy out there running. And Brooks, like Brooks, him, Gaskins, it's just like, man, maybe Brooks makes the roster, but honestly, I like Brooks, but I like JT a lot. I think even with him not being, 100% right now, it's still come playoff time. He's going to give us another element, a dynamic player. Defenses are going to have to game plan for that. He's a dog. He's a dog, guys. And I mean, the dude is ridiculous. And I'm gonna put on. I want to see this top 100 real quick. We'll put it on. I'm gonna have to stop it every so often. Um, see what people say about him. Let's see here. All right, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna share this with y'all. There we go. So, hey, I ain't done yet. I'm gonna give y'all a little extra. Bring the energy tonight. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. So share screen. Jonathan Taylor, share.
No bitter endings. Crisp and refreshing. Heineken Silver. All right. So number one, I'll have
Aaron Rodgers.
All
right, here we go. Check this out. Let me know what y'all think about this. Dude's a monster, yo. Dude's a monster. Hey, this is not my video. This is NFL Top 100 video. So check this out. Let me move this. Sorry for the delay, people. Just getting it right. My man Raul P says, I hope so. I hope so. You already know what time it is, Raul.
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, hopefully it's announced tomorrow. Damn. They saying he should be number one. Numero uno. Crazy, right? This is 2022. So the dude wasn't even on the list. So he wasn't on the list in 2021. Gets on it in 2022 and is the 5th player. Hey, Jonathan Taylor, bro. What is going on, man? And they might be trying to shut your boy down. Stop sharing. Dang, what's up with him, man? Hold up, let me see something because it's tripping right now. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get it uploaded again. It's just taking its time. Hurry up, man. All right, give me 1 second. I'm about to share this. Present, share. Let me do this. Full screen. I'm gonna do this so it's not as big. You can get the audio. That boy had 18 hundo. Yo, your boy had 18 hundo. Huh? My goodness. Dude wasn't playing, yo. Dude was not playing. JT, that dude. Oh, he that dude. B Show says, CB, love what you do. Have you watched the AJ film breakdown from Jacksonville game? So bad. Nah, I gotta check it out. Send me the link on Twitter, bro. Send me the link on Twitter. Anything you see on Twitter, anything you see out there, hit me up. My man DG said 2,000 include receiving. That boy nasty. Nasty. Nothing to think about. JT is a beast, man amongst boys. Fins will break defenses will every single game. In that heat down there in the rock, running the rock. Ugh. Sheesh. It's scary. It's scary. Hey, when y'all go to bed tonight, say hello and tell me this. Why did nobody tell me he had 5 touchdowns in one game? Damn, was that against the Buffalo Bills? That was not against everybody. Circles the wagons like the Buffalo Jills.
And he found his way across the goal line.
Catching him too?
He's at the 10, makes a man miss. He's at the 5, cuts back.
Oh my goodness. Y'all see him doing this to Buffalo? Mike McDaniel looking at the film like, I need him in the flat. I told y'all about that flat play, yo. I told y'all about these running backs and how they need to get active in the flats. I told y'all these running backs need to get active in the flat. Check out JT on this play. Just nasty. Yo, y'all didn't tell me he had 5. Y'all didn't tell me he had 5 versus the Buffalo Jills. Y'all didn't tell me he had 5 versus nobody circles the wagons, yo. Golly, put them boys to sleep. Jeez.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Mad that I'm sharing that. I can't share it, but go do your research, people. Go look at that boy JT run all over them Buffalo Bills. Jonathan Taylor 5 touchdowns versus the Buffalo Jills. Just imagine him going up there and running rampant on them boys. Huh?
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I really do hope so, yo. I really do hope so. But hey, I really appreciate y'all coming out, man. This was fun. Hey, love having y'all. Love the family. Love the vibes. I'm back tomorrow. You already know what time it is. Hey, it's Finn's Take with CB83. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Donate if you can. Become a member. You already know what time it is. You know how we get down over here. Let's do it. Fins up. I'm out. JT to the crib. Let's get it.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the oak to the dead. Hey, oof, I sort them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.